Hey, this is Eric Jarvis, and welcome to my little tour of EdPuzzle. This is the tool that lets you take YouTube videos and videos from other sources and make them interactive with multiple choice and open-ended questions and notes. So I thought our starting point, we could look at the pricing plans. Right now, the Pro Teacher version is free, and here the basic version allows you all access to all the millions of videos they have, videos that teachers have turned into EdPuzzles with questions and notes and audio annotations. But the key is you only get to store 20 videos. The paid version allows you unlimited storage of videos. And then there's also school and district pricing as well. This tool is really popular right now with the EdTech leads. They're really speaking highly of it. So the starting point would be to sign up or log in. If you've already signed up, you just sign up with Google. But the important thing you're going to want to do is make sure you add your school name. I'm going to go ahead and log in, and that's important. You'll see in just a second. So make sure when you register, you add your school name. And what that allows for, you'll see in just a minute, is for teachers to easy sharing between teachers. So if I click on, you'll notice it has my school already. And if you registered and you didn't add your school, you can add it by clicking your name and adding the school later. So it says school, you can change your school or add your school if you haven't added it already. And that's important because then you get your school right here. And if I click on Los Osos Middle School, I can see all the videos that other teachers have made. So from my own discipline here, I listed my discipline as history, social studies. Unfortunately, I can't figure out how to add multiple disciplines, but you can always search them later. But so here are the history, social studies, most recent videos at Los Osos Middle School. As you can see, it says see more. There's other subject as well, and you'll notice here that Mr. Kirshner's added videos, Mr. Angel's added videos, and Mr. Jarvis. And if I click more, a whole bunch more will show up. But I can search other content areas as well, such as math, and I'll see that Ms. Fahey's added videos, and I can go ahead and utilize those. So adding your school is really kind of a convenient thing to do, and I can go ahead and see more. There's lots of videos our teachers have made, so there's a lot of people using these. Very powerful tool. I really highly recommend it. So with EdPuzzle, what you're going to want to do is search for content. There's two types of content. There's looking for content that the videos have already been made into EdPuzzles, meaning someone's taken a video and already added questions to them, making them an EdPuzzle, or they've trimmed them, or they've added annotations to them. Or you could come here and you can simply search video sources, National Geographic, YouTube, Crash Course, and then once you find it, you can add questions to them. So my starting point is I like to look for videos where people have already turned them into EdPuzzles. And we're doing the Roman Republic coming up, so I'm going to look for a video on the 12 tables. And I'm getting all the videos that have already been made into EdPuzzles. So you'll see right here that you'll see the videos come up, and then you'll see how long the video is. This is how many questions or notes it has, the title of the video, and the author of the questions on the video. This is the teacher who made it into an EdPuzzle. So I'm going to go ahead and click, you can preview these, and some of them you'll notice is the same video with different questions. So you can pick the one that has the questions you like the most. Now, when you click on a video, you could preview the whole video, or you could jump to the questions.
When the Romans
I can jump and check out the questions and, try a question out, or skip it or rewatch and continue. So here are the questions.
To understand the political structure of the Roman Republic,
each one of these dots is either a question or a note. This one is just a note. So I can go next question. I can skip right through the questions. So what I'm going to do is, if I think I like this one,
the social ladder, the patricians and plebeians of Rome were completely
is click on here and make it my own. So basically, making it your own is down here. If I'd like to, first of all, I could just assign it as is and make no changes to it. Or I can make it my own. And the quickest way to do that is to click Edit. Now, I was kind of wondering, I can't edit someone else's EdPuzzle, but if I click edit, it automatically makes a copy. So clicking make a copy would be an option, but clicking edit is just a little quicker. So I'm going to click edit. And now it's my video under my name. And so what I can do is I can make cuts to the video. If I just want to use half of it, I can make a cut. I could do a voiceover in a section, or I can edit the questions. And probably most commonly what you're going to want to do is edit the questions. So now if I click on a question, it takes me to the question, and I can see the question, see which answer is the correct answer. And down here, I can either edit that question or I can take it out. There's a lot of EdPuzzle videos that I feel like the teacher put too many questions on, and then the kids just, it makes watching the video painful for the kids. So you can just continue through there, clicking on questions. You'll notice there's questions and notes, and make them your own. So
the social ladder, the patricians and plebeians of Rome were completely separate and distinct. Intermarriage between the classes was forbidden.
Okay, so if I wanted to add a question, I can simply say I have this tool over here. I can add a multiple choice question or an open-ended question. So here I'll add a true-false question. Marriage between social classes was forbidden. You'll notice here you can add images, etc. And then you mark which one's correct or which one's right. And this one is correct. Okay, and then you click save. And that question has now been added. Okay, so so I have that question in there, and you can keep going through. And as you go through the questions, you can either edit them or put them in the trash. Okay, so when you're done editing the your assessment of the video, you click finish. So I've made my first EdPuzzle. Well, sort of. I used questions somebody else wrote. And here I am. And you'll notice I have the option to assign it so far. But before you do that, you're going to want to go to up here in your main menu. You can click Content, Gradebook, Classes. This is my preview of the video. But I'm going to go ahead and back to Content. And you'll see that my video appears on the most recent videos at History and Social Studies at Los Osos Middle School on the home page. It'll also appear in my content. But before I assign it, I'm going to need to import my classes from Google Classroom. So I'm going to click My Classes. And here are the classes that I have in Google Classroom. So I have my Module 5, and this is a list of all the students. And that class has ended, so I'm going to go ahead and say Class Options and delete that class. Now, if I want to, I can add new classes by clicking Add New Class. So I showed you how to delete a class. Now here's how to add a class. Add new class. And if you're just getting started, you probably don't have any classes here listed. Go to click Google Classroom. And then a list of all your, remember I'm logged in as Google, all my Google Classroom classes are listed here. So I'll go ahead and add another one. And you click on the one you want to add. You can click multiple classes and go to the bottom and say import classes. And you can do all of your current classes all in one sweep, one click. So I have these classes all ready. And you can see here I have a list of my student names. I can go down and they're all in there. And I can take a look at what assignments are coming up due, etc. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is go to your content. And you'll see that the video I made is here. And probably what I'm going to want to do is organize it. So I'm going to go to My Content. And you'll notice here I have folders. And I really recommend setting up folders. Have that be the first thing you do. So some of my videos that I'm using are not in folders. And that can get messy really quickly. So how to make a folder is to add content and select New Folder. I'll just call this one Practice. I'll write something like hello here. You can have a little description of it and make a folder. So that's how you make a folder. I don't want one called Practice with a description that says hello. So I'm going to check on it. And then down below here, I'm going to say delete and delete a folder. Now, how do I move a video into a folder? I do that by selecting it. And then here I have lots of options, assign. I can now edit it, add some questions, remove some, or move to folder. I'm going to say move to folder. And I get a list of all my folders. I'm going to move it into Roman Republic and move. And now it's no longer just listed on its own. So I'll click on my Roman Republic, and I have a couple of videos here. If I want to assign it, I click the check mark here. And then I get the option down at the bottom to assign it. And I'm going to click assign. Then I select the Google classes that I want to assign it to. And I have the option, I'm going to say post on Google. Prevent skipping should be on. If you allow skipping, it means they can skip answering the questions. So I start with a due date, the start date. When do I want this to appear? So this will enable Google Classroom to schedule it for you. So I'm setting my schedule date. I can set the time as well if I want. Then I click save. So the start date, assignment will be scheduled to start on May 5th for these two Google Classrooms. I can also do the due date. I'll click on the due date, and let's say I want that due on Friday. And then I click save. So it's going to appear on Google Classroom on May 5th, and it's going to list the due date as May 8th. And I have it posting on Google Classroom. I want to prevent skipping. And now what I do is I click assign. And that's going to appear. I wasn't able to select the topic. So I have the information for this particular video that hasn't even been assigned yet, so nobody's watched it. But I thought I'd show you. You can go to the grade book. Here's all the videos that we've done recently. And I'm going to click on my Ancient Greece Achievements one. And when I click here, can sort by grade. And this one, I've already graded it. But what I can do is I have two ways I can, if I have open-ended questions, I'll need to score those myself. And there's two ways I can do that. I can say score student by student, which is how I have it set now, or question by question. If I click question by question, I go into a question, I edit, grade every student's, the question for every student, the same question for every student. I'm going to grade student by student, so I'll click on the student. I see the results. I've already graded this. So if you haven't already graded it, the multiple choice ones, you might not need to grade it, because if you're all multiple choice, it's graded it for you. But if you have open-ended questions, they'll appear yellow that you need to grade them. And you simply go down, and here's a multiple choice. This, I didn't have to do anything to. They got the right answer, so it was worth, each one was worth 100 points. They got 100% of the points for this particular question. I did nothing. If I want, I can make a comment, like write great job, or something. I wouldn't want to do that for every question. But the open-ended ones, I'll have to score manually. Now, this one, I already scored it manually. So this one would just appear blank. I don't have a blank one to show you, but I would just need to either click the X or the check mark. If I click the X, they get full credit. If I click the check mark, if I click the X, they get 0 credit. The check mark, they get full credit. And I could do something in between. I could give them half credit if I wanted to, or 85% of the point, or if it wasn't quite what I wanted. But I'm going to give them full credit. And I can also make a comment here. And when I'm done with this student, I scroll down, they're all graded. I can click next student and scroll through. Notice, I've already graded it, so that the questions that haven't been graded or need to be manually graded will appear in yellow. And I just scroll down and do that for every student. And when I'm done, I go back to Ancient Greek Achievements. And if I've made changes or I've done any grading, I need to click Update. I've already graded this and updated it, but I can click Update on Google Classroom. I'll need to do that even if it graded it automatically. So if I click Update on Google Classroom, all the fully graded EdPuzzles will appear on Google Classroom with their score on it, and that's how you share the score with a student. So that's pretty simple way to get the grade to the student. So another thing you can do, I've had a student that said, something messed up. And really, I use EdPuzzle just to make sure they're paying attention. I had a really good student say, hey, I messed up. I want to do it again. So you can, that's called reset progress. If I click reset progress, it's going to erase everything they've done and they can retake the EdPuzzle. So I thought that's something I should share. So let's go back to content. So thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video tutorial helpful to you. Good luck.